Hello, and welcome to today's intention. We're going to continue creating the reality of a world that we all want to live in together. We're doing this from our insides out and with our own frequency. We have that kind of power. So we're going to continue doing that, keeping that Christmas spirit of peace and goodwill high on our awareness level in how we speak and how we treat others and how we feel, what we think, and the words we use, and the songs we sing. So if you could find a place for about 30 minutes where you could sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be great. Go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let go of everything. All your cares and worries just dissolve, float away. And the next breath in, I want you to fill up really full. So start with your lower belly and your upper abdomen, and expand your lower rib cage out towards the back and really fill up. And this time when you exhale, I want you to feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And then for the next breath, I'd like you to feel, just envision at the same time that you're breathing light directly into your heart and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. And now let's focus on the body. If you could bring your awareness now down to your feet. Make sure the body is good and relaxed for this inwards journey. I want you to simply ask your feet to relax at this time. Our bodies are these wonderful, loyal servants that just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to be clear and ask. If you can now, feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit, back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. We move into the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees. We feel everything relax. Every part or area of our body that we focus upon, I want you to allow to revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation, just a beautiful efficiency and natural perfectedness that we've had from the beginning and can go back to at any time. And then we move into our upper legs, our buttocks, our hips, our pelvic area. And we feel everything loosen. Moving into the inner organs, the rib cage, the breast, chest, full back and spine, everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position, arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we'll bring our attention to the skin of our scalp. This is where tension can hide sometimes. So I want you to release anything that you're finding there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Moving into the jaw, we allow it to unhinge, open up and receive this breath of life. Then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into this pool of perfect relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. Truly soften. Moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. Now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us slow them down, maybe allow them to detach and let them go, observe them. We'll start with the element of fire. Beautiful element for this job is it will burn up anything that no longer serves us, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And we can see the sun as the element of fire here. So perhaps maybe picture yourself standing in full sunlight, feeling that warmth brazen against your skin. Then we'll call upon the element of water next. Also a gorgeous tool for dealing with thoughts as it naturally retains memory in every drop. So perhaps we can envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling the pull of the current. And we can just watch and observe as all of our negative habits and patterns, all of our old traumas that we're holding on to, simply detach and float downstream. It's simple, it's easy. And then next we'll call upon the element of air. And its specialty with its current is to pull away all of our old stories that we tell ourselves, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. And perhaps you're feeling the wind or the breeze against your bare skin. Maybe a few goosebumps have arisen. And finally, we'll call upon the element of the earth with her magnetic properties to pull away and stick to her any other heaviness or burdens that we're still carrying that we'd like to release. And trusting the earth to transform this energy into something higher, something more alive and pure, maybe akin to a plant seed sprouting to new life. And sometimes our thoughts have this way of kidnapping us, hijacking us, and taking us away on these wild rides. And sometimes it's a while before we notice. It happens to all of us. So if this happens to you, I want you to just recognize, as soon as you do recognize it, that you're off on a tangent somewhere. Just gently, gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're doing, back to your breath. And sometimes it's just this practice of continually bringing yourself back. And eventually you'll find that you'll be able to stay in this beautiful, generous present moment with all possibilities existing. Be able to stay here longer, more often. And the pull of those thoughts will have less and less sway on you. Now let's take the journey from our head space to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So I want you to feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you're trailing your hand down the railing. You're hearing the soft patting of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And you're experiencing the lightness of being, buoyancy as you're gliding down your staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Sometimes there's a gate with a lock on it, maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open a bit. And these brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift right now in our perception, away from our physicalities that we're quite used to, and experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It really doesn't matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up now and merge with that flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, bringing slightly different flavors to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of incredible power You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. That's what we're going to take advantage of today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor that in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So I want you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now, completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems, all of them, that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. Anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to look after our bodies, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. Open yourself to any healing you might need. Allow it in. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. Very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing your intention, sending that frequency out, sharing it. Now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity now up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. Maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? Now, if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it right now and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, this information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. Now see yourself going to bed at the end of your day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see all this as already happened. It is done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But for today, let's celebrate this beautiful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in art, in playing. I'm seeing us all at this huge outdoor music festival, simply rejoicing, feeling all of the relationships healing. Love is being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality and I'm seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one, at least that everybody is feeling connected. Something marvelous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment, this all falls away. And we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. And even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform in the atmosphere above us into a higher resonance frequency, more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, then, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. And sensing all the connections clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's just so easy to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, you might be out for a winter outing with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive. Perhaps you're out in the snowy forest enjoying the serenity, having a laugh with your buddies, or maybe you're creating something new in the kitchen at home or at work. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I'd like you to just stop in your shoes right now in your reality and just look at all the beauty surrounding you. And just drink it in. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. Sense this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. So worthy. Now I'd like to just take a moment to connect with some gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wonderful life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with love and light and healing and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take this entire reality that you've just created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now. In your heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball. Make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just experienced, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. We're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share that frequency with the world. Here we go. Build up that energy ball of reality and send it out. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and light and healing and energy. Good job. I can just feel all the concentric rings of energy circling the planet, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, blanketing the planet in this beautiful frequency of peace and love and prosperity. Now I'm going to get you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper now. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too. Really come back in. When you feel like you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this point, this state of being, with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's demand, anytime, all the time. Eventually, we won't even have to try anymore. We'll just become walking, talking, natural transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together this way. So thank you, exponentially by magnitude. So thank you. Thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded. It all works, it's all good. And play with this. If you've been doing this intention for a while and you're used to creating this whole reality for yourself with all its details and feelings and colors and detail, then try the single conscious breath as you go throughout your day, anytime you get a few extra seconds. When you're in line, you're brushing your teeth, you're cooking supper. And just notice as you institute the practice over the next couple of weeks, what kind of shifts are occurring for you? What kind of synchronicities are showing up in your life? Feel free to message me or to share your thoughts on the website. And I will see you again for the next intention tomorrow. Have a great day.